yes, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for like 18 months or something like that. We are live at 9 o'clock on the East Coast and around the world. You are listening to Then, Now, Whenever with myself, Shawn Michael, back in the saddle, and joined by my co-host, Jesse Mack. Big thanks to Mindy Mack last week for filling in for me.
Mr. No Days Off here.
No days off, this guy right here.
I know you needed the time. I don't begrudge you it, but if I don't get to pick on you, then what am I even here for?
I was going to say, what is the point?
Yeah.
There's no point if we're not...
That's what fun is.
That's right.
Fun is needling somebody when you don't actually care.
That's right.
Yes.
Until the heel turn happens.
Oh, no. Well, luckily your chair is a lot harder to swing than mine, so I think I have an advantage there.
Dang.
But if you do land a blow...
And I only have one arm.
I'm in trouble. You know what? Okay, I feel safe again.
Yeah. So, anyway, last week they talked about the women's evolution, women's revolution, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Some great stuff there, and Mindy really likes her women's wrestling.
She has some strong opinions at the very least.
Sure.
It's I feel like wrestling is not something that she loves, but it is something that she can tolerate, and there are things about it she loves. So I think the problem is when bad things happen, when things that are kind of tough to watch happen, as big lifelong fans, we just trudge through it. We get to the next good thing. For her, she's like, this is stupid. I don't want to watch this right now. I'm out. And so she's able to just give up on it, which is a luxury that we do not have.
Yeah.
As quote-unquote wrestling fans.
Wrestling fans?
I do like the wrestling.
I do like the wrestling myself.
I feel like we're starting to go into like Eastern European and away from like Florida Championship. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Right.
I'll tell you what I am going to do. I know we've got a whole thing that we do here.
Did we even say what we're doing today with the show? Because it's been 2 weeks.
Well, we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So this week what we're going to be talking about is two pay-per-views.
Yep.
Mine that was chosen at random was Judgment Day 2005.
Yeah.
And sponsored by Clearasil.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know what? That'll help.
Yeah.
Spot-free pay-per-view. Do you remember? Like,
could you imagine if there were no spots?
I didn't even think of it that way. Do you remember in like the late 90s when everything was sponsored by like Oxy pads?
Oxy, yep.
That was amazing.
Yep.
Not important. The pay-per-view that I got from the random number generator was Survivor Series 2009.
2009?
Yep.
All
right.
Well, here's so first of all, before we get into that,
yeah,
dude, before the show we were talking about some things.
Sure.
I was saying some ideas I have for the show, yada yada,
yep.
And I didn't even get to mention one of the ones that I feel like was an opportunity that we should have hammered on.
Okay.
It's WrestleMania week.
Wait, is it?
It is WrestleMania week, man.
Is that? I know there's all those good indie shows over the weekend, and takeovers on Saturday. Are they doing WrestleMania though?
I think so.
Is it? And please don't let me down with this. Is it going to be at least 7 hours long?
Jesse, I don't mean to disappoint you.
What?
But it's only going to be 7 hours long!
Oh, okay. As long as it makes it past midnight and I can't go anywhere to watch it because it's going to be too late to get home and wake up for the morning. I feel like the 7 hours thing, because I guess they announced that it's going to be at least 7 hours,
yep.
Which, with the pre-show means that it's
crazy.
Going past midnight. I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot because you can't go to a WrestleMania party because you won't be home until like 12:30 or 1 if it goes to like 10 after 12.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We're going to a WrestleMania party.
Oh.
Kathy and I. And
really?
We're going to... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you you're invited.
Oh, I thought it was here.
No,
I thought you were
Takeover
hosting.
is here.
Oh, okay.
No, we're going to Chris's house.
Yeah.
He's the hostess with the mostess.
You poor bee.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Can't believe you're going into that.
I feel bad for Chris. He's got to be around me for that long.
If it's over my way, I will take a ride to that. I just don't want to get Mindy stuck in that 12 o'clock nonsense. Well, actually, it depends on when I have to work as well. You know what? None of this is very important. I don't know. We've gone off on a weird tangent about our personal
Don't be a quitter.
lives.
Come to the WrestleMania party with us. It'll be awesome.
It will be. All right.
So anyway,
enjoy the drama you have to wait until next week to see if I went to the WrestleMania party or if I watched it in my underwear at home.
Yeah, by the way, I successfully played HQ and didn't miss a beat.
Shh.
And
You're not supposed to say it. You missed a lot of beats, but I wasn't going to get on you.
No, I didn't.
I was going to be professional.
I know exactly what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, but you weren't on top of it. And I don't really carry shows. Did you see last week? No, actually, last week was better than I expected. I really enjoyed last week.
Jesse, how many years are in a single term for U.S. Senator?
Is that one 2 or 6? I believe it's 6. House of Representatives is 2.
Yeah, I got that wrong.
Okay, well that's good because now we can do our job.
All right.
All right.
So anyway,
yes.
So it's WrestleMania week.
Yep.
I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited for everything leading up to it, man. We talk about we've got the Hall of Fame on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this weekend's Hall of Fame class, there are some guys that I'm super excited about. I mean, I'm really excited for the Dudleys. I get the Goldberg thing. Listen,
Goldberg is important, and the Dudleys, you can't deny their importance in wrestling history.
I think they're more important than Goldberg. As far as a legacy goes, Goldberg's legacy is based around he was at the right place at the right time for the Attitude Era.
Goldberg had, he was a spotlight character. He was a guy who you went out of your way to see. Dudleys never really were that, but they try to find a team that won more tag championships.
Well, can I take?
You can't.
Let me disagree with you there for a moment.
Yeah.
I think you could say there's at least if you didn't watch them as a feature in ECW, if you didn't watch them a lot when they first came in or in the later years or whatever, right? Yeah. I think you could absolutely argue that that there's a good year to 2 years in WWE where you absolutely tuned in to watch them because they were fighting either the Dudleys, or they were fighting either the Hardys, they're fighting Edge and Christian, they're fighting them at the same time. I mean, their TLC matches were what you tuned into those pay-per-views to watch.
I will give you that, but I would also, and maybe this is just my bias showing, I would say that I was there for Edge and Christian and the Hardys, and the Dudleys were the third wheel in that six-some.
For me, it was the other way around.
Really?
I love because I didn't get to see a lot of the Dudleys in ECW.
Yeah.
When they came up, there was so much hype around them from ECW, and since I didn't get to see them, I had seen the Hardys.
Right.
I'd seen Edge and Christian. I was excited to see their sort of wild card status, and you know what I mean. What they could bring to the table.
Yeah.
No pun intended. So
that one you really couldn't avoid that one.
No. But I understand where you're coming from too, though. With the Hardys,
it's not exactly when you. I guess part of you have to appreciate every part of the animal in wrestling, but they were never the main event. Whereas Goldberg was a bona fide main event star for when he was being used as a bona fide main event star. He is a capital letters name. He is a guy you put on the cover of a WWE game. I mean, whether he deserves it or not, that is his legacy. And again, the Dudleys deserve it, but I feel like maybe it is because they've been here the whole time, or here or elsewhere. It's the Dudleys.
I think part of it
they've been around.
You know why I think they get overlooked in that regard, though? Is because Edge and Christian and the Hardys were much more the spot guys, the flyers. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Also,
they could wrestle a little more technically, whereas the Dudleys were just brawlers.
Right, but they worked a good match. Those matches were always good. I think it also is worth thinking about, even though I did have that opinion when they were 3 tag teams as well. But Devon and Bubba never really had singles runs, whereas every one of the other 4 guys in that 6
in WWE.
In WWE, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and actually, some of his TNA stuff was good.
I was gonna say, it is my understanding that Bully Ray was
Bully Ray was way better than most of what the Dudleys have done in the past decade anywhere else.
Yeah.
He slimmed down, was a jerk. It was great. But then, it's TNA, so the booking was really, really good, and then fell off a cliff, and they forgot about it, and they switched things, and, they Russo'd it, essentially.
Yeah.
Whether Russo was there or not, it just... You can't depend on anything there.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so when you look at the Hall of Fame weekend coming up...
Yes.
I can't imagine... Okay, I can't imagine that outside of the WWE brass...
Yeah.
Kid Rock is a popular pick amongst fans.
I did just talk to a friend yesterday, and I complained about Kid Rock and this guy, the idea that Undertaker might show up as the American Badass because Kid Rock is there and could play him down to the ring, be like, I'm going platinum, and he was like, I like Kid Rock because he, I don't want to offend, but he has some really. There is one station on Sirius that he will listen to, and it's the one that plays that music. Like everything is just like.
I would rather have
that's that song.
Maria Menounos. Yes.
Menounos.
Or there are others.
Oh yeah, that's. I feel like somebody made the point online that they would rather see Limp Bizkit be inducted into the Hall of Fame just for the My Way promo video. Was it WrestleMania 17 or 19? Whichever one that was, whichever Stone Cold Rock fight that was. That video is amazing.
Yeah.
And then have him play Roland if they really need to do an Undertaker thing.
I would rather posthumously have Johnny Cash inducted.
Yeah. Yeah.
For all the promos they used him for.
Yeah.
I would rather have them. Okay. You know what? You know what I want to have for next week.
Okay.
Since next week or the week after.
Yeah.
I want to go back to a list of celebrities.
Okay.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my own list, and it's going to be celebrities from Now, I understand WWE usually only inducts people based on their WWE career.
Yes.
I don't care.
Right.
I'm going to make a list of celebrities from WCW and WWE that I think are more deserving than Kid Rock.
I have a few things to say. One, every time that it's not Andy Kaufman as a celebrity inductee,
I agree.
It is a crime. Two, how is Cyndi Lauper not in there? That's crazy.
No
she was
joke.
at that first WrestleMania. She was a big part of getting eyes on WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, dude.
Like, huge deal. And three, is David Arquette going to be on that list?
David Arquette was the first person I thought of putting on that list, not because he deserves to be there, but because he's more deserving and has done more for wrestling than Kid Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a WCW champion.
That's right.
I mean, I threw up a little bit in my mouth when I said that.
Yeah.
Do you want to move forward with the show? Because I would like to move forward with the show.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No, what I wanted to ask you, though, quickly, is who are you most excited about hearing from?
I'm actually, not
Because I have two people.
I'm not drawing a full blank when I'm thinking of the inductees, but I am, I know Hillbilly Jim's there, kind of Ivory's, important, but not my favorite woman.
I have two I'm really excited about.
Who else was in there? I am blanking on who else was in that picture. Kid Rock, please just... I hope he falls in a volcano in New Orleans before Friday night. Fingers crossed. We got 24 hours. Maybe he can fall into a volcano.
I think that Goldberg's speech is 90%. I did this. I made this happen. And it talks about his family a lot.
Yeah,
and
that seems right.
And his kid.
Yep.
And whatever.
Yeah.
But the three, I'm very excited to hear, because I love hearing road stories and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited to hear from the Dudleys.
Yes.
And talk about how they came up and how they got paired together.
Yep.
And all that stuff. I am really excited to listen to Mark Henry.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Mark. That's going to be fun.
I'm really excited to hear his speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Real quick, if we were going to do prop bets, how much does he? You think he talks about Mae Young, the bits with Mae Young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brings that up because that's a big part. It's when you talk about Mark Henry, it is Hall of Pain, Sexual Chocolate, and Mae Young is part of that.
Yep.
Birth to a Hand is number 2 on the list of what you think of Mark Henry for.
What was your favorite Mark Henry career moment? Real quick, I'll tell you mine.
Salmon Jacket when he retired.
The fake retirement.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah, that is the best. He's still got a little left in the tank. If he shows up in a salmon jacket for the Hall of Fame speech,
oh God,
and John Cena inducts him, I am going to tingle until nothing happens. I am going to freak out. Make him Braun's partner on Friday, on Sunday. I'd be okay with that.
Actually, he's one of my several guesses, but we can talk about that later.
Yes.
And the other guy, I'm really excited to listen to Jeff Jarrett. His
I forgot he was going in there.
His
going
WrestleMania Diaries,
to be interesting.
The WrestleMania Diaries YouTube videos that they've done of him, have been great.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's great to see him back. Anyway, listen, we're gonna come back here shortly, and talk about a couple of pay-per-views. But before we do that, I was just stuttering, which is weird for me. Yeah, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about this week in WWE.
This week in WWE, Sasha Banks beat up Bayley in a locker room brawl. This was the only thing that happened on Raw. Rusev was added to the triple threat match for the US title at WrestleMania. Maybe now it'll be watchable. Daniel Bryan called out Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to challenge them to a tag match at WrestleMania. Getting fired means nothing around here. Tommaso Ciampa gets Johnny Gargano in an unsanctioned fight at TakeOver New Orleans.
Hey guys. Hey Jesse.
Yes.
Wait, you know what?
Huh.
That was last week in WWE.
Man!
Let's talk a little bit about this week in WWE. This week in WWE.
I did a good bit, too.
Well, this week in WWE, Absolution came out. They were freaking out because they didn't have Paige. But they didn't know Paige was pranking her and ran out in the middle of the entrance and surprised them. And they were like, what the heck is happening? And then it was on WWE.com because it was an April Fool's joke. I thought that was amazing, by the way.
I didn't see that. You know what didn't happen this week? The Riot Squad wasn't there.
What?
I know. Now I
Time out. Here's what we're going to do. Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to play This Week in WWE. So I need you to get me the audio. So I'll tell you what.
I'm running.
Go do it. We'll come back in about 3 minutes with This Week in WWE, and then we're going to talk some pay-per-views, guys. We'll see you soon. Everybody having fun out there in Radio Land, hanging out with me and Jesse Matt, the man. Anyway,
Yeah. This is turning out to be more of a problem than I thought.
that's all right. We don't worry about problems. We solve problems, and we talk about all kinds of stuff from then, now, and whenever.
Unfortunately, sometimes whenever means we gotta wait a few minutes.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey,
For the content.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight live around the world at WLVU, Lehigh Valley Underground Radio, and of course on the Facebook, facebook.com/then, now, whenever. Myself, Shawn Michael, alongside Jesse Mack. And tonight we're going to talk about a couple of pay-per-views.
That's correct.
One of them that we're going to be talking about tonight is Judgment Day 2005 that was held at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, sponsored by Clearasil, and it was a SmackDown brand pay-per-view because back then they had split them before they got them back together, and then they split them before they got them back together, and then they split them before they got... It's like...
It's not that many times.
Not that many times.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and of course the pay-per-view was headlined or featured an I Quit match between two wrestlers fighting in the I Quit match between John Cena and John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL.
Yeah.
And that was for the championship.
I'm shocked that John Cena was there.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I requested that we play Rapidu this week. Rapidu! Is because, like, we've been kind of dancing around John Cena this whole time. Like, he's been there the whole time. He's kind of the bones, the foundation of our show. But we don't really talk about him. This week we're forced to talk about him because he is in the championship main event of both of these pay-per-views.
That's ridiculous.
That's John Cena.
Yeah.
That's what John does.
That's what he do. It's just John being John.
John being John.
So, but anyway,
What
there were some other
Why did they do
featured
that?
bouts on the undercard as well of this pay-per-view. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero.
Which,
and
oh man, like that looked intense.
yeah,
I didn't actually watch this pay-per-view, but I watched the opening of it, and man, I cannot believe how intense this pay-per-view was from the look of the at least from the opening.
and then of course you had Booker T and Kurt Angle. And let me tell you, when I was researching a little bit about that match, there were some things going on there. So on an episode of SmackDown prior to that, right? Angle, Booker T, Big Show, and JBL, they had taken part in a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
JBL ends up winning that match. Well, the following week, Angle decided to challenge Booker T to a match at Judgment Day. Booker T accepted that, and here's what happened. Here's how we got there.
Okay.
Right? This is one of the things I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
You want to talk about a difference in the way, in the programming and the things that they put on TV now versus what was on then? Mm-hmm. So, Angle had insulted Booker T's wife, Sharmell, and Booker T ends up attacking him and accepting his challenge.
Yes.
Right? He's like, "Oh, you don't talk to my wife like that."
Yes.
Well, on the May 12th episode of SmackDown,
Okay.
Kurt Angle admitted, and this is a quote.
I know what's coming, so I'm.
Do you know? Do you know exactly what he said?
I don't exactly remember. So why don't you?
Because it's actually very specific. So back in 2005, WWE wasn't going PG-13 yet, or TV-14, whatever it was, and Kurt Angle admitted that he would like to have, quote, perverted sex with Sharmell. So that night, Angle and Booker T were scheduled in a match, and Angle left the ring to go backstage to find Sharmell. Booker T found Sharmell backstage, and she was on the floor crying, and this led to Kurt Angle attacking Booker T from behind, pushing him into the steel lockers. Anyway, so the following week, Teddy Long comes out and he says he's suspending Kurt Angle, and he demands Angle apologize. Angle apologized, but also admitted, and again, I read this looking back, and I was like, wait, what? I actually had to look up the clip to see this for myself.
Yeah.
So he apologizes and then admits that he actually kissed Sharmell and, quote, let her fondle his private parts before Booker T got back there. What?
Seriously?
What?
I hate those guys. I hate those guys sometimes.
How did they get away with that? I mean, it was a Wild West back in 2005, I guess, right?
Yeah, that is about right.
So, what that to me, just that storyline, forget about the matches at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That storyline to me, when I was looking back, prepping for this, was like, wait, what?
That could have
These are two Hall of Famers.
Other than the fact that Kurt Angle wasn't wrestling yet, that could have just as easily been 1999 WCW. That's the kind of like weird, gross stuff they would do for ratings in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, or you know, it could be something you do now and then you get fired for it.
Yeah. Now you don't want to do it now.
So anyway, so it was just really, really interesting. And then of course, the other thing with mine, the storyline wise that I really thought was fascinating was you got the beginnings of the Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio feud. That went on for a little while. It was just really crazy. That you had the heel turn leading up to Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was messy.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood and screaming.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think on the one SmackDown was where he got all busted up.
It was gross, but again, it made you care in a way that, like, that's the magical thing about wrestling is it's one of the few places where violence makes you care more.
You know what? You know what I care about more than that?
Okay, what is that?
This week in WWE.
Oh, did I do it?
This week in WWE, Braun Strowman announced his tag team partner, Braun Strowman. Yep, that actually happened. The Miz and Asuka defeated Bobby Roode and Charlotte to win the Mixed Match Challenge. The Undertaker still hasn't shown up. Why is this news? Carmella attempted to cash in Money in the Bank. Nope, not this week, gal. In the Dusty this week, all the tag teams beat each other up, so they're going to have a triple threat to determine both the winner and tag champions. The Riot Squad wasn't here this week. On 205 Live, Buddy Murphy and Kalisto tore the house down in a rip-roaring match. Go get your eyes on this one. And that's what happened this week in WWE.
Okay, that was fantastic, by the way. Well done.
I'm not sure it was worth the wait exactly, but thank you for putting it in the show. The Riot Squad wasn't there. I didn't know what to do. I went with sad violin music.
But Absolution was there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that was interesting. That whole bit. I'll have to show you. It's only like a minute long.
Yeah, I'll find it.
But it's a great prank.
I am so far. I've had a busy week as well, and am so far behind on my dumb little WWE clips that are like a minute long. But there are 30 of them, so it takes me a while to get around to them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So anyway, so before I talk about the I Quit match and things like that, you wanna fill me in a little bit about on Survivor Series?
Yeah, it's much like this, where I watched the opening to this pay-per-view. What's up?
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the Survivor Series, and I did not look this up, but maybe I'm a year off. Was this a Survivor Series where the one team was DX and the Hardys and CM Punk, or was that...
I missed it by one. That was 2008.
Oh, okay.
Or possibly 2007, but 8 seems right. At this point, CM Punk was on a Survivor Series team, but he was with Randy Orton, and it was post him turning on Jeff Hardy. He had won and lost the championship by that point.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was full heel, like jerk ass, but he wasn't quite straight edge society yet.
Okay.
So we were in that little middle ground. The main event of this one is the reformed DX and John Cena in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
So it's Shawn Michaels versus Triple H versus
John Cena,
but-
yes.
And they're not on the same page?
They are. Going into the match, the idea is... I'm just going to talk about the match a little bit.
Yeah, if you
we're
don't
right
mind,
here.
because now
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Going into the match, I believe they had just lost the tag titles to Jericho, like by tomfoolery. Don't eat Starburst. It's going to gum up your mouth, and I need you. I need your mouth.
I'm ready.
All right, phrasing on that one. So going into the match, they said it doesn't matter which one of us wins. DX is going home with the title. It doesn't matter. They ring the bell to start the match. First thing that happens is Shawn Michaels' sweet chin
That's
music,
what I thought.
Triple H right out of the ring,
Yeah.
and then he's gone for, I timed it, over 6 minutes. He just
What?
He's just apparently that was a really good sweet chin music. He must have loaded up the boot before they came out. So you know, it was a very good match.
That was a great way to start it.
Yeah, much as you might expect, Shawn Michaels and Triple H working together is very good, and John Cena was about as good as he could be. You know, he hadn't quite reached the full John Cena sucks, even though there was a "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" back and forth chant. Like we were there, but we weren't all the way there. Like we still appreciated the work he was doing. I believe it was his 5th championship, but he might have had the World Championship a few times as well. So he was maybe 6 or 7 deep at this point.
That's 4 years in.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He won so many championships so fast. That was neat to see. The thing that really caught my eye watching the opening of this pay-per-view was this was the one time that Kofi Kingston had an angle. This was a week after that boom drop that he did through a table on Randy Orton. Yeah,
That sucks that they didn't take that further.
yeah. He won this match, and then I believe lost the next one or two, and then that was Kofi Kingston never had another motivation other than I want to be Intercontinental Champion or U.S. Champion until he formed. You know, he was in the New Day, and now even then he doesn't really have motivation. He's just one of 3 guys.
That was really frustrating because I remember watching that. I still remember, how I felt.
Oh, I was excited.
I was so excited for Kofi to get that kind of a push.
He was so fresh,
and he was aggressive.
Yeah, he had such an energy in that. One of the notes that I made was after that match was over, they were talking about it, and they were like, "A star was born tonight," and then they completely forgot to keep that star in the sky. They just kind of the sunset.
Wow,
that star. It's set behind the hills. Yeah. So let's see what else was on this show. One of the teams, I believe the other team against Orton and his lackeys was, let's see, it was...
Were the lackeys the Legacy?
Yes, it was Orton, CM Punk, Rhodes and DiBiase, and also William Regal, who was still kind of... A lot of it was this was latter-day ECW stuff.
Okay.
So this was the Regal who was wrestling for the ECW Championship. You know, it was about as high power level
The
of Regal as you
WWE
could get.
CW.
Yes.
Kind of
Oh,
thing.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
Yes, and that team was against Kofi Kingston, MVP, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Christian. Which
So one of these things is not like the other.
they actually did a backstage segment where they talked about that, where it's like, don't worry guys, I know that I'm different than all of you because I'm from ECW. And then they kind of laughed at it. It's like, oh, that's not what we thought you were going to say. It's like, oh, yeah, because I'm Canadian. And then they made him rap, and it got really
Christian
bad.
is wonderful.
But, yeah, those moments were, just beautiful WWE comedy. Real good stuff.
What was the opening match on that card? Do you remember?
Team Miz versus Team Morrison.
Miz and who? Oh, it was a Survivor Series.
It was a traditional, yeah.
Do you remember who were on the squads or no?
I actually
Okay,
wrote it down.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Okay, your match was better than mine already.
All right. It was Miz, Ziggler, Jack Swagger, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus, who were...
Wow.
All 4 of those guys, other than Miz, were, fresh babies.
Yeah.
They were, probably less than a year out at that point. And then Morrison's squad was Evan Bourne, Finlay, Matt Hardy, and Shelton Benjamin.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Yes.
I would take every single one of those wrestlers
Yes.
over the 2 that opened my contest.
Who opened yours?
I'm going to let you guess. Don't look. Yeah, of course. My
Yeah,
information. Okay. Neither of them did. Neither of them were more than a blip. One of them. Oh, here.
So it's 2005.
2005. Yep. One of them. Let's see here. Had music that was very like in your face, like you knew he was coming to the ring when his music was on.
Huh.
But beyond that, it was like, oh, okay. And then his opponent
Yeah, I need some more help.
would become affiliated, if he hadn't already been at that point, affiliated with someone in the championship match.
Oh God, Orlando Jordan?
Orlando Jordan.
Who could Orlando Jordan have faced that was Heidenreich?
Heidenreich.
Wow. I didn't look. I honestly didn't look. Those were good clues.
Yep.
Flippin' Heidenreich, man.
Yep. That match,
Oh.
the description of that match, if you look it up, like
Yeah.
description, on like a wiki,
Yeah.
it's 4 sentences.
That sounds about... Actually, that's more than I would have expected
That's
from that
also
match.
more than I would have expected.
I feel like that is just... We watched this match. It was 7 minutes long. It should have been 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To give you a little bit of reference.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, and I'm so sorry, I made a mistake.
Okay.
That wasn't the opening match.
Okay.
That was the first of the featured matches.
Okay.
That's not good.
No.
The opening match was actually Eminem
Oh, that's nice.
defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against Hardcore Holly and Charlie Haas.
That was never a team. Somebody has changed the wiki. I'm going to say come out. I'm sure it actually happened.
That
but
match happened.
That is a weird... Like, that doesn't feel like that should be on a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
No.
that was the thing.
2 of those people seem like they should be on a pay-per-view. The other 2, I don't understand. It would be like putting Chad Gable with Shelton Benjamin.
Well, here's another
That's
weird
just
pairing. The second match on that card was The Big Show versus Carlito.
Okay.
Who was Carlito accompanied to the ring by?
That guy with white pants, was it Jesus?
Nope.
Was that his name? I don't know who else it would have been then. Was it Primo?
Nope.
Was it Epico?
Nobody Latino.
Was it Kerwin White? No, he's still Latino. Even though he will say he's not.
Hey, if it ain't white.
I'm still not okay with that. I'm not okay with even saying it out loud. I feel like it's bad juju, and let's get out of here.
Alright.
Alright, who was he accompanied by?
Matt Morgan?
What?
Yeah.
I guess he's big. He didn't stab John Cena in a club, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah, and then you had a standard match, the Cruiserweight Championship, between Paul London and Chavo.
I kind of want to see that match.
Yeah, and then the final preliminary match was... Yeah, so here you go.
Okay.
Kurt Angle and Booker T
Yeah.
was not a featured match.
That was less important than Orlando Jordan versus Heidenreich.
Because, believe it or not, Orlando Jordan defended his United States Championship against Heidenreich.
God, I want to go through the IC and US lists at some point, look at the people who have won those secondary championships, and just let my mind leak out of... Like, my brain's going to leak out of the side of my head. It feels like sometimes those just... Some people fight for so long and they never get to that level. And then other times... I love Big E. He pretty much showed up and it's like, oh, you're huge. This is yours. Like, Curtis Axel's holding on to it. We don't need it. Here. You know, that's a bad example because I actually feel like he was a great IC champion. But there's a lot of people like that where it's just like, you just showed up. Like, Ezekiel Jackson definitely had the IC championship.
Yeah.
And, yeah. He was a cut-rate Bobby Lashley who was already a cut-rate Goldberg. So.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your pay-per-view here? And then I'm going to talk about the main event in mine.
Yes. You know how Eddie Guerrero faced Rey Mysterio in your pay-per-view? Eddie wasn't available in 2009 for reasons. So Rey Mysterio fought Batista, who had
You
just...
mean in 2006?
No, 2005.
Aren't you talking about
I'm talking about 2009.
2009? I
Yeah.
thought your Survivor Series was 2006.
No, 2009.
Oh.
Okay, so you've been lost this whole time. All right. So
Yeah, he wasn't there because he had passed away.
That's right. That was the joke. It's not really a good joke. I probably shouldn't be making those jokes.
It's okay.
Anyway.
So go ahead, talk to me.
This was another match where I was like, oh my god, this was this one. I couldn't believe that this like random pay-per-view had so many things that I remembered so fondly from this era. It was something that I don't know if it stuck out for everybody as much as it did for me, but Batista got butthurt because Rey Mysterio got in his way in a like fatal 4-way match, and he could have won the championship, but Rey Mysterio broke up the cover, and it was the last straw. And he got mad at him. He was like, "I'm going to take your head off."
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and there was a shot of him just like holding him by the head at the ringside, and he just goes, "You're supposed to be my friend," and it's stuck in my head forever. Like that is one of the.
That's
things
right, because they were a tag team.
Were they?
Yeah.
They might have been, yeah. It's something that I think about when I think about Batista. That's one of my favorite Batista moments. I can't believe it was in this pay-per-view. Long story short, that match was exciting and then a squash. Like, I can't believe how well Rey Mysterio did, made me believe, and then Batista just murdered him until the ref stopped the match.
You can look
It
this
was
up.
mean.
To correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but they were, and in fact, I believe the turn came. I remember all of this all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, yes, there was the breakup of the pinfall. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Right. But then there was that frustration brewing.
Yes.
So what do they always do?
Mm-hmm.
What do they always do in WWE when that's happening?
They teamed together.
We're gonna put you guys in a tag team together.
Yep.
And they were facing the tag team champions. It was for the championship.
Yes.
And there was the turn.
Ah. Okay. I might have had
The match.
I might have had my events
I'm almost
wrong.
positive.
Yeah. I'm going to trust you because my memory is Swiss cheese.
Okay.
And I did not actually get a chance this week to look back. A lot of times when I do something like this, I like to look at the little moments that led up to it. I ran out of time. It's been busy, Easter and such.
Did you look back at the little moments that brought us to this moment?
One important thing to note: I Walk Alone Batista was rad.
Oh, I love that.
That was a good flavor of Batista when he did just stop caring and he was just mean. And I don't know if we're going to go back to the Orton match, so I need to mention that he looked like a gross mannequin. Like, he looked like he lost all of his hair in a fire. He still had eyebrows, but just looking at him, he looked weirdly smooth, and it was creepy. It was like he was taking the Viper character so seriously that he was like, how can I look the most snake-like? His skull shape is weird without any facial hair or head hair. It got real gross.
And then fast forward all those years later to where it looks like he's walking down the ramp with a giant sperm.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, Randy Orton is like the opposite, where it's like, where can I grow hair? I'm going to grow hair everywhere on my face and
I'm
head
molting.
that I can. Yes. Couple other quick things of note about that match. One is that I saw the SOS, which I hadn't seen in a little while. Kofi Kingston's like weird flip-a-doo.
Yeah.
I love that move.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There is a move in oh god, I believe it's in Dragon Gate. Somebody does it. I see the gifs on the Twitter, like the kids. I'm like the kids. I'm like the kids. And there's a move called Made in Japan that I can never remember how the setup is, but it is beautiful. Where like the guy just like lifts the guy and like twists, and I'm gonna have to show it to you later because it is a beautiful thing. Where it's like, and then what? It's great. Has nothing to do with anything I'm talking about.
Anyway, he's still Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah. Nothing is the Canadian Destroyer except a double Canadian Destroyer off the top.
Right.
And then you die.
Right.
Yes. The main thing I got from this pay-per-view is that Max Striker was great at the time, and now looking back, he is an insufferable human being.
Is he an insufferable human? I worked with him.
I don't know if I'd go that far, honestly. I'm kind of overselling it, but there's like... He walks a fine line where at the time I was like, this is such a breath of fresh air. He is saying such interesting things, and now when I look back at it, it is like, oh god, this is the most pretentious garbage. This is, like, it's not all about you. Like, you are not adding to the match. You are, like, you're just saying big things so you can say big things. It got real weird.
Do you think that's the way that they booked him, though? Because
I think that's just his style.
When I met him and worked with him,
yeah,
he was a great dude. And he
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, like, he was very, educational.
Yeah? Well, he was a teacher.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
He got fired. But
yeah.
But I'm saying, like, he was really really gracious and friendly and
nice. And he did have the, like, he was very good at calling the moments. Like, he called the moves. It seemed like going into the match, he had, like, I'm going to make a special nickname that only I use for every single wrestler.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm just going to sneak it in there.
Well, he'd fit in now.
Yeah. Well, now
The nickname era.
Yeah, but at the same time, his were like weird. You know,
Can you give me an example?
I was going to wait until later, but
Oh, okay. Wait.
This-
If it's
this
the
is-
game, save it.
the game is, did Matt Stryker actually say this?
Okay, save it.
It's going to be good.
Nope. Then just save it because we're gonna get there in just a few minutes here. We're gonna, believe it or not, we're gonna wrap this thing up fairly soon.
Yeah, time always flies when I am talking about wrestling.
That's all right.
What a shocker there. See, did anything else happen? The World Heavyweight Championship match was The Undertaker against... it was the same idea as the main event. It's Undertaker against Jericho and Big Show, who were the Unified Tag Team Champions. They each had 2 belts.
On the same paper.
On the same pay-per-view. It's like, we had one idea, let's just use it twice.
You know what's funny is
Yeah.
looking back, I don't even remember realizing that at the time that they were doing the same thing twice.
Yeah. It seemed to be a pretty good match. Halfway through watching it, because I watched it earlier today.
Did the champions retain on both?
Yes, champions retained on both.
Wow.
Which seems unlikely because they have that advantage. But at the same time, when a team fights against itself, it's the perfect opportunity to go in and pick those bones. So, like maybe 3 to 5 minutes into this match, I caught wind that Low-Key couldn't make it to the Bloodsport show at this weekend's WrestleMania, the one that was on this afternoon, and was replaced by Minoru Suzuki to fight Matt Riddle. And I got so excited about that I had to look into details and kind of stop watching the match because oh my god, those two fighting in a shoot style environment, like I'm gonna freak out until I watch that match, and I can't wait to watch that match. It's gonna be so good.
Do you know, real quick?
Yep.
Because the match with John Cena and JBL wasn't wonderful.
Yeah. I'm not shocked by that. Didn't have the best of chemistries.
The one thing I do remember from that match was the entrance.
What was the entrance?
John Cena came out on the flatbed of a semi with the DJ on a turntable mixing his theme song.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, John Cena just hung out with a bunch of armed forces dudes at the front after he won, because army.
Yeah, it was silliness. Do you remember what? Do you remember how that match ended?
Which one? The Undertaker?
No, the
No,
JBL
I
John
do
Cena.
not.
I quit.
No, I don't remember which. Was it Chain in the Mouth?
No.
SCFU? I think that was someone at some point, but
So he threw JBL through a television monitor, which caused JBL to bleed.
naturally, it's 2005.
And then JBL quit when John Cena prepared to attack him with an exhaust pipe,
What?
which was from the back of the semi truck.
That's dumb and weird.
And then afterwards,
You could do better, JBL.
Cena threw JBL. He struck him with the exhaust pipe and caused him to fall through a glass panel that was part of the entrance stage.
Okay, now that makes a little more sense.
Yep. and then that's why it was that. There was a whole lot of blood from Cena's elbow and whatever, and that's why it was rated MA. There was a ton of blood.
Oh, that's so gross. It wasn't rated for mature audiences because Kurt Angle wanted to have freaky sex with Charmel.
Not at all.
Amazing.
No, that made it PG.
Good for kids. Just one more thing that I want to note before moving on. There was also a Women's Survivor Series match.
Ooh.
That's about all I need to say.
Do I have time to guess who was in it?
If you can do it quickly.
Kelly.
Yep.
Was Eva Mendes there?
No. But you're close.
Wait, not Eva Marie.
No. The other
Rosa
one.
Mendes.
No, the other one.
Actually,
I think you're thinking of the right person, but you said Mendez instead of it's Eve Torres.
Eve Torres.
Yes.
Thank you.
I knew you knew it.
Eve Torres, Kelly.
Yep.
Was Melina there?
Yep.
Okay. How about Alicia Fox?
Yep.
How many more?
What do you have 4 so far?
Out of
10. It's a Survivor Series match.
Yeah, but, there was a 4-on-4.
Okay. It was 5-on-5.
Okay, 5-on-5. Lay Cool.
Yep. So you're up to 6.
Okay.
You have 4 left.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Captivating Radio.
Let me think here. Lay Cool, and then we've got. Wait, I can do this. I know I can do this. I'm gonna get at least one more.
You can do this.
Yeah, well, Natalya wasn't on this.
Natalya wasn't there yet.
Give me a hint. Wait, Beth Phoenix?
Beth Phoenix.
Okay.
And then 2 of the other 3 were from that time, essentially. We're getting long in the tooth. They were there for a while.
Tori Wilson.
No.
No, way too long.
Yeah.
They were getting long in the tooth there. Ivory?
No.
No, that's way too long also.
No. We're thinking about people who showed up in like early 2000s.
Jazz?
No.
Dang.
One of them is on TV right now. It's Mickey James. Because I know you're...
Mickey James? Maria Kanellis?
Nope. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
Also, Gail Kim. Do you remember Gail Kim?
Of course I remember Gail Kim.
She was great. And Jillian Hall.
Oh, that's unfortunate for everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They had a stat in the middle of the match that her album got in like the was like number 24 in the UK for like her Christmas album, which I believe, because the UK is just like they're just crazy enough to make that work out.
Well, let's play some trivia, because I am excited about trivia. Oh, wait, did you want to tell me about something?
One more thing. I did not remember that Michelle McCool used the Styles Clash, and it blew my mind when she pulled it out. Like, she just tuck, bam. And I was like,
didn't know that.
Oh my God,
Is that
is
her finisher?
I guess. Well, it had to be, because if you're doing a Style Clash, it's your finisher. And it did, well, roll-ups and, like, neck breakers finish people in this match. You had to eliminate up to 9 people. All right, so we are now going to play... Did Matt Stryker actually say this?
So it's either he did, or you just made it up, or somebody else said it kind of thing?
Either... I don't know how good this is going to be, because I don't know if I can match his ridiculousness, his, like, particular tone of ridiculousness. But I don't know.
There's a sense of snark to it.
Yes. So I have 15 lines. He said some of them. He didn't say some of them. I had actually originally thought about maybe just having them all be stuff he actually said, but then I peppered in some fake ones.
There, let me give you a pen so you can mark them off as we go, because we'll rapid fire them.
I have them in order. It's good. Oh, you just
so keep score.
If you got them or not.
Here we go.
All right. Let me try to get my Matt Stryker voice going on. Matt Hardy doing the yeoman's work for his team.
During the what?
Doing the yeoman's work.
For his team.
Yes.
He said that.
He absolutely said that.
Oh my God.
Had to look it up. Apparently it means, like, honest, good, hard-working work. It's an old-ass term. They say that no eternal reward will forgive us now for wasting the dawn.
He didn't say that.
He actually did say
Dang
that.
it, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That sounds like, okay, real quick, side note, Bill Walton once said something, Bill Walton was a Hall of Fame NBA basketball player.
I've heard the name, yeah.
Okay, he once said something during a basketball game that I will never forget to this day. It was in the late 90s. I was watching the NBA on NBC with Damien, one of my best friends, on Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
A guy was called for a foul that maybe it shouldn't have been a foul.
Okay.
And he said, and I quote, "This is the greatest travesty in the history of Western civilization."
That might be a bit of an oversell.
I'll never forget that.
It's amazing.
Anyway.
All right. Quote the Raven, only 2!
He said that.
He actually did not say that.
Oh!
I did not think that one was making it through. Amazing. Spunky and dangerously adorable, Mickey James.
He said that.
He said that. To err is human, but the Miz divine.
He said that.
He did not say
Dang
that.
it! These all sound like...
Yeah, this is hard. All right. Something wicked this way slams.
Oh, that's so terrible. I feel like he said it, but I'm going to say he didn't say it.
You're right, he did not say that.
Oh, that's so bad.
Okay. The iron unkind.
He said that.
Yeah, he had to. How would I have come up with that? Somebody who got slammed into the steel steps.
Glad he said that.
Somebody got slammed into the steel steps, and that was his response to
How
it.
could I have come up with that?
The Triforce will bring power to the blue-eyed bandit Cody Rhodes.
He did not say that.
No, he absolutely said that.
Oh, no!
Again, how would I have come up with that? The DX Army en masse! The soldiers of fortune are out tonight.
He did not say that.
He said that.
Come on! This is so terrible! Max Stryker, what the hell?
This is SmackDown's braggadocious egomaniac.
That's too easy. He didn't say that.
He did say that.
Come on!
He was describing Dolph Ziggler.
I hate this.
This is the way the world ends for Batista. Not with a bang, but with a 619.
He said that.
No.
Oh, God!
How is this even happening? This is amazing. November spawned a monster, William Regal.
No.
He said that.
Oh God! This is terrible. This is so bad. What is he doing?
And now the Ace of Spades. There are many crowns, but only one king. The game, Triple H.
He said it.
He did say that.
Oh God! I went on a really bad streak there.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'm starting to feel like Kurt Hawkins.
Yes. Let's see if we can get you back into Undertaker territory.
Oh God!
The Devil in Blue Spandex, Michelle McCool.
He said it.
He did not say that.
What? Come on!
Batista's Rage, the Altered Beast Unleash.
I feel like he said that just to make an Altered Beast reference, or you just wanted to make an Altered Beast reference.
And that's the question. Are you going to end strong?
He said it.
He said that one. Good job. Yeah, I did not expect that to go that well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's rough. Because everything that he said seems like it's completely unlikely. And then when I put in the ones that are like, oh, I looked up a line from poetry and then changed it this much, it's like, maybe. Why would he say November spawned a monster for William Regal? Well, it's...
I don't understand.
Yeah.
What just happened.
I loved it, but every single time one of those happened, I was just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it took me right out of the match.
That is absurd.
Gotta love him.
Okay, so
Yes.
it is decision time.
Okay.
Do we or do we not? I would like to. Here's what we can do.
Okay.
Let's spin the white tornado, Clicky
Yes.
Von Wheeler, and I only used that one again because you said it was good enough to keep it.
It is pretty good. For this week, in honor of John Cena, I'm going to call him the Rapidu.
The Rapidu,
The Rapidu.
Clicky Von Wheeler. So
maybe
here's what we're gonna do.
Master of the Spinaroonie.
Oh.
Wait, somebody might already have that. Anyway, yes. In honor of WrestleMania.
Well, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna spin the wheel.
Yes.
Clicky's gonna give it a go.
Yep.
Okay. We will decide this week
Yes.
whether or not we are going to use this
Sounds
coming
good.
week, or if we'll carry it over for the following week. And then, this week we might be off the air.
Oh, yes.
If we don't pre-record, we'll be off the air because I have a show with my band, Contraband. So
Did you know this guy's a drummer?
I am. I used to be the drummer for Stasis.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a real band.
yeah. So
They have CDs and junk.
So what we're gonna do is, if we're on the air, tune in next week. Tune in next week at 9:00.
Yes.
If we're here,
Hopefully we can do a pre-tape, yes.
yeah. Spoiler alert. It's pre-recorded. Look for the spoilers on the dirt sheets.
That'll put asses in seats.
If we're not, we're gonna do a post. We'll either do what Clicky Von Wheeler says, or we'll do a post WrestleMania wrap up.
Yeah. Actually, doing the post-WrestleMania wrap-up might make sense for our pre-recorded show.
Aha!
But let's spin the wheel anyway, because I like spinning this wheel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the Spinaroonie,
All right.
the White Tornado itself,
Yes.
Clicky Von Wheeler.
All right.
Give it a good one.
Look at that guy. It's just spinning.
And
What do we got?
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Come on. What are you doing? What have we got?
If you're not Nexus,
You're
against
against
us again.
Yes.
So,
This is what I'm going to say. I have the inside scoop that Greg is not going to be able to make it next week. So let's do a WrestleMania special. And then the week after that, we will talk to Greg about Daniel Bryan.
I
Because
love that.
I feel like that guy's got to know how special Daniel Bryan is to all of us.
Deal.
This is assuming he doesn't die at WrestleMania, and we have to be sad.
So let's try and see. We'll talk off the air. Guys, listen, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week to Then, Now, and Never. It is great to be back with you, by the way.
If I may.
You may.
I picked out, this is a song from Terry Funk's Japanese album that we're going to play after we sign out. It's called We Hate School, and it is great, and I hope you guys all love it. Meet us here next Thursday. We're going to pre-tape, but we'll still be on Thursday at 9. Then,
Now.
whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.